Bill, thank God you're here.
Yeah,
Sam's in the garage. It's crazy. He's acting so strange. I don't know. He's acting like he's possessed.
Possessed?
He puts the honey on his nose like it's Bill here. I'm going to forget my body with your blood.
Bill, I don't think you should get near him. Sam?
Smack with the honey.
Bill, he bites.
So hungry.
Spent a lot of time getting him tied up. Oh, untie him, Bill. Bill, what are you doing? Stop! Stop!
Your mother sucks honey in hell.
Alright, what are you doing? What is this thing? What? You couldn't find me? Oh, shit! What the fuck? What are you doing? What the fuck?
Oh, a movie! We should go watch it!
This evening, at the infamous Amityville House, something is about to go down.
This house is evil incarnate. Its evil has spread like a plague. To stop it, we must strike at its roots. If I were you, I'd leave now.
That's the largest black hole I've ever seen.
We've never come across anything like this in space before. I think there's something more sinister at play here.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
It's already beginning again. The war between good and evil continues.
We need to nuke that black hole.
That house must be destroyed.
Hello, my name's Mark.
I don't think
We
he's-
just watched Amityville in space. I'm half Korean.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
Oh, nice. I didn't know.
that's where the plier comes from.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yes.
So, we just watched Amityville in Space. Matt, why don't you explain Amityville in Space?
Amityville in Space is a movie where the Amityville House travels into outer space with a priest inside for some reason because he's trying to exorcise the house, and that propels the house into outer space via electrical magic, and the demon in the Amityville house
Just Satan.
is pretty much Satan, Darth Vader, COVID compliant Satan.
COVID compliant.
He puts the house in some sort of suspended animation, and then it comes across like a ship full of sort of like Star Wars, Star Trek sort of characters who are out on a mission to blow up wormholes or black holes.
Nuke black holes specifically.
For some reason. And then that's where our story takes place. They come across a house in space and they're like, it's made out of wood.
They don't know what's
What
happening.
is that?
Yep.
Some sort of primitive dwelling?
Yeah.
Because they think it's a ship.
They think it's some sort of spaceship. And they're like, oh, it's organic in nature. I'm like, oh, it's a space whale.
We know you've Star Trek facts already.
Yeah. And then they go on to they send their robot, which is like a man in a tinfoil suit.
An overweight man explicitly.
Yeah, an overweight man in a foil like heat suit with like a metal reflective face mask.
on board and safe. Identify yourself.
What is this place?
You are in Aquarius System Regula.
Fox, with whom are you conversing?
Unidentified humanoid. Tall, dark, garbed in black.
Fox. Fox, your image capture is damaged. What's going on? Fox.
We lost him.
They send him onto the house where he reports that there's oxygen, breathable atmosphere, because that makes sense.
What was the robot's name?
Vox?
Box, because I thought it was Box.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is just a man box.
Yes.
It's like a box of crap.
Yes.
Yeah. The whole reason that they went on the ship was to rescue the robot. Oh, he's one of us.
But they also had that very compelling argument about why they should even send a robot in the first place. They're like, well, we don't know what's going on over there, so let's just send the robot. And then they have a whole philosophical argument about why they should or shouldn't save the robot.
The only guy that was thinking clearly in that entire scene was the guy with the 80s sunglasses.
Oh, yes.
With the silver glasses.
Mm-hmm. Dry brush.
Yeah.
They were obviously not originally silver. They were
Yeah.
obviously painted for some reason to look futuristic.
Looks like we're going on a rescue mission.
Are you kidding? He's not one of us. He's a bot. Let's just blow that structure out of the stars.
Fox is one of us. Maitland, you stay at the helm to transport us there and back. Jacobitz, stay at the ready in case we have to nuke all this madness.
Yep.
Because they've skimped out on buying actual silver-colored sunglasses.
I thought they were going for like Geordie LaForge from Star Trek, where his like eyes were replaced with like fake eyes or something, but then he just takes them off and he's just looking around.
Yeah,
like
he's just perfectly fine.
Perfectly fine. So he just wanted to look cool, I guess.
Yeah.
It's funny, when he took them off, I actually thought he looked way weirder without the sunglasses than with them on. He was...
A lot of weird-looking people in this film.
Well, it's like the sunglasses gave him a little bit of personality.
Yes.
Like, none of the acting was any good whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the priest that we talked about earlier.
God.
He was actively the worst.
So explain what happens to the priest at the beginning of the movie when he is fighting Satan,
so
trying to exorcise him.
Yeah.
With the power of God commands him specifically.
Yeah, you noted that
the cross compels you.
The power. What was
the power of God commands you? They don't ever say the line from Exorcist.
They didn't want to step on any toes.
Yes. So every time they say the power of it's always the power, the command of God. They never say power. So it's just off enough for some reason. But what happens? What happens to him specifically?
When he walks into the house after awkwardly kissing the cross to some news reporters. I kind of want to touch on the news reporters really quick, because the news reporters, the lady who's reporting on the house, she has a microphone, and it's not plugged into anything. She's just holding the cable, and you can clearly see it right in there in front of her. And then when the house is blasting off, it's like a security guy or something. He's actively just looking at the house, and he's like, he's not there. He's like, he's somewhere else right now.
He's more amused the house has flown off and not concerned in the slightest.
Yeah. But yeah, getting back to the priest, when he's going in the house, he's flipping his holy water in the house, and then the demon of the house starts talking to him. And when the demon of the house starts talking to him and threatening him, he just sort of unscrews his arm. And then when the magic, or whatever, the holy power ejects the house into outer space, which is like a bitmap of the house, and it just sort of whee. He's in the house, and the robot finds him in the house, somehow still perfectly preserved.
Because we need to specify that. They explain that there is a 1,000-year gap between the house entering the atmosphere and float around space. And they established that Earth in that time has blown up because the sun exploded somehow. Which makes no sense. And so this house has been floating around for a millennia.
Yep.
And this priest has been hanging out in a closet. And he's perfectly fine.
preserved. He's not like cryogenically frozen. No nada, no nothing. Him and his little bottle of holy water are perfectly fine.
That is still sitting on the floor where he dropped it.
Yep. It hasn't evaporated or frozen or anything like that.
And the power on the house still works.
And the power in the house still works. The lighting in that scene is very good.
Yes.
Wink.
It's very good with quotations.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
The quality.
Everything is very good quality, especially our nice space trash bags.
Yes.
Second movie in a row that we've watched that had a trash bag background.
Thinks trash bags is a set design.
Yep.
Like, yeah, it's cheap, it's easy, no one will notice. Like, everybody notices. It's trash bags.
Well, I mean, you can't have a space movie without trash bags, apparently.
This movie has plenty of trash bag scenes. The sets for the spaceship are obviously someone's house.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a garage or something.
There's a garage set. There's someone's office.
Yeah.
Where they put the computers.
There was also a scene where you could literally see a dry erase board behind
Yes.
her as she's walking.
One of the scenes was like in a utility room or something, because
Yeah.
like the guy with the glasses, he was in like a utility room because there was like a power box behind him.
Yep.
And what scenes in the ship that weren't in these areas were green screened into like these really they were kind of neat if they'd made them, but I have a feeling they got them as some sort of asset. But they were green screened into these backgrounds. In the beginning, it seemed like they were kind of trying to have them in perspective, but as the movie progressed, they stopped caring. So you get people like floating
through these very lavish 3D hallways.
Yeah.
Obviously something they bought.
Something they bought, most likely, yeah.
Yeah, not even lavish, though.
They're more lavish than the real sets.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not. You could tell it's not a house, but it looked like a miniature or a CG background, something, some sort of asset they acquired, like the rocket that they were using to blow up the black holes.
Yeah, the nuke specifically looked like a Windows 95 video game.
Yeah,
and it is a literal just cartoon rocket that would launch off of a launch pad inside the ship.
Presumably. We didn't have any indication of where it was in space.
Exactly. So it doesn't make any sense for how this would... We've seen the ship. The ship is another pre-bought asset that they cut to, which doesn't make any sense for this rocket to launch straight up off a launch pad that is established inside the ship. So does it have a hatch that opens and it launches out?
We don't know.
It's the most inconvenient way to launch anything.
We also don't know why that was so necessary for blowing up black holes.
Yes.
Because it was also going to be used later for destroying something. Like, didn't the demon, it wanted to destroy something with the...
It wanted to shoot the giant pentagram that is also floating in space with the house.
Well, no, they wanted to do that to get rid of the demon, right? But the demon wanted to use it to do something else. I can't remember what.
Right.
And they kept mentioning that, like, so let's talk about our captain for a second.
Yeah, let's
here.
get through the cat. Let's
talk
the
about
characters
the
need
captain.
explained
Yeah,
here.
some of the characters. So the captain, he's this. I called him Captain Hairplugs because he was like this sort of middle-aged. You had a good name for him too. What was your...
Which one?
For the captain?
He looked like an incel serial killer to me.
There you go.
He looks like what you'd think one of them would look like.
Yeah. So he was like trying to be very Kirk-like, and he was like flirting with everyone. He was flirting with the doctor that was like our secondary main character. And he also had this sort of character he was talking to that was sort of his boss that he was dating?
You were too kind, Madam Tace.
It's the least we can do. And drinks at my tower once you land.
That might go against corporation policy.
Not when I'm calling the shots, Captain.
I might be able to manage some time on re-entry.
That's what I like about you, Captain. You're always so accommodating.
Maybe they were going to go on a date.
Yeah. And the demon is able to possess her across vast reaches of space.
Mm-hmm.
So she gets possessed, and she's actively trying to get them to blow something up with the missile. I can't quite remember what that is.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really that important.
Yes.
But
it's whatever the demon wants.
Yeah.
And she's assisting.
And she's sending like a whole fleet of people out to make sure whatever they want blown up gets blown up. But at the same time, they're like, we need to blow up the pentagram. So my question is, why couldn't they just get rid of the pentagram and the black hole at the same time?
They only have one bomb.
I mean, they only have one bomb, but couldn't you like detonate it in between and?
Maybe the missile has to go into the black hole.
Oh! Was the pentagram in front of the black hole?
I don't think they're ever. It's in the middle because they have a shot
Yeah.
of the house, the pentagram, and the black hole. No, yeah. The house, the black hole, and the pentagram. Or maybe they're all. But there's a shot of all three of them together, and it looks hilarious.
Yeah.
Because they make no sense. There's no cohesion with them all on
They could have
screen
like
at
blown
once.
everything up.
Yes.
Because it's all in a row, but they didn't do that.
No, we have to explain. We can't do that because then there's no movie.
Yeah.
Not
A
that
lot
there
of
was-
it's like that. You want to talk about the dream sequences? Either you or Bill, you want to talk about the dream sequences? The dream
sequences?
Yeah. The dream sequences that confused you, that you didn't know whether it was a demon possession or people dreaming about something.
Is your house possessed? Do you need a miracle? Introducing Father Benner's Holy Water. This is unlike any other holy water on the market. It features a hot stamping font on the bottle, easy to open cap, and the newly developed feature of a non-drip spout. Once applied to your possessed house, you'll be shot off into outer space. If you fall for this scam, you are one dumb son of a bitch.
Like the lady, I don't remember if her eyeballs got ripped out or if her eyeballs got poked in or whatever. But
Oh,
she's
yeah.
like, "Ah," and blood rushing down from her face for no reason whatsoever.
It got real repetitive because they had to do this for every living character.
Yes, and all the dream sequences are lame.
And that was like 30 minutes of the whole movie, I swear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I was talking with you guys about this, but this demon could possess people like their boss across vast reaches of space. But apparently, all it can do is mess with them. It can't. It can't possess them. And get them to do what it wants. It's got to, just fuck with them in their dreams.
Just throw slight inconveniences at them.
I feel like, so then that's confusing then, because at the beginning of not like the beginning of the movie, but it was like after the house went into space, one of our main characters, the lady with the short hair, I don't remember her name.
She was like the doctor, I think.
Yeah. I don't remember the characters' names.
Whatever the fuck.
They didn't have names.
This movie.
They
go upstairs, they go into the bedroom, and I feel like at some point she was possessed and led them to the priest.
Oh yeah, she's standing in the room and she points at the closet.
She points at the door. They open up the closet door and there's the priest sitting on the ground.
Yeah.
And he's fine. And that's how they bring him into the movie.
She gets possessed via tentacle monster.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was like, something attacked me.
And it's like tentacles, so it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, what is going on here?
She got possessed via insertion.
Oh no. And it's only one tentacle. There's a good flail in front of
the camera.
So we didn't have to show it attached to anything. It's cheap and easy.
Well, I didn't want to see what it was going to attach to.
Well, we find out later.
Her brain.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
And then there's another dream sequence later where the crew's all choking her.
What are you doing? Let me go!
Welcome to hell. I think someone has a doctor's appointment.
Please stop this! What are you doing? Why? Why?
Yeah,
But they don't do a good job of explaining if it's real or a dream. There's a part later
where everyone's going
where
against
she's sitting
her.
in a chair, and the captain and sunglasses are on each side of her, and they're choking her.
Oh, and they're like cutting her or something?
Yeah, but they don't ever show them all together. They always cut to either the captain or the sunglasses guy or her. You never see a wide shot of them all together.
Yeah, that's right.
So it makes it look like, and it makes me think, that they didn't want to have to pretend to choke one of the actors.
It could be.
So they cut around it to make you think that was happening.
The shot continuity in this, we should mention, was very bad. They broke rules left and right as far as what you're supposed to do between shots. Yeah.
Yeah, not even continuity, but just like the weird close-ups.
Oh, there's so many close-ups on faces.
Yeah, it was really hard to tell what was going on, where people were in space because of so much cramped shot composition.
And even like where on the ship, because they have these long, the CGI hallways that they will zoom through don't connect in any way that makes sense for the viewer. So you don't even know where stuff on the ship is.
Yeah, they don't give you any like indication.
You're like, okay, that's the room with the trash bag, that's the room with the whiteboard, but I don't know what these rooms are.
Yeah, it's almost like the hallway shots are just there to fill time.
Yes.
More than anything, because you don't see how they connect at all.
Yes. And to spruce up their sets, they put in the plastic packaging from boxes and tape them to the walls.
Yeah.
To make them look sci-fi. And they will sometimes just prop them up against stuff. They're just using like the same 2 or 3 they have.
Oh yeah, we should mention the bombs. That so one of the things that they were talking about blowing up with the bomb.
Oh yeah,
was the Amityville house itself. But they wanted to use the nuke, or the nuke got launched and they couldn't use it for that.
We're going to blow up the house and then send the nuke into the black hole.
Yeah. So they go to the house, they teleport. Oh, we should mention the teleport.
We'll get there.
But yeah, they teleport over to the house, and they put bombs, like, sort of C4 style place bombs.
And I think they're modems.
They're modems, and they're placing them, but they're so cheap that they only had one of them, and also they didn't want to tape them up at all. So when they're placing them, it just holds on them holding them up and pushing buttons.
Yep.
They can't take their hand away, otherwise they'll fall to the ground.
We don't want to have to stick it to anything.
Very good.
It's very, very. I mean, hey, you're using what you have at your disposal. It's movie magic.
I mean, you could spend a little money on double stick tape or something.
Some tape would go a long way.
Something.
Just to stick that sucker to a surface.
Of course, that was in the movie.
What?
Oh.
What are you pointing at?
Yeah.
What?
It's.
Oh yeah, that shot's really unnerving because it's the hologram lady making an O face, which I don't believe anything in the movie is even remotely like that. She's too busy just hamming it up with her acting.
Yeah, and sadly she's probably the only one that emotes.
Yeah, everyone else is really dry. The acting is, I am announcing my feelings and how I am feeling. What is happening?
They're writing. They're reading off a teleprompter.
Yes, and there's no teleprompter.
That's the acting.
Yes, that is the level of quality you get here. But yeah, as you said earlier, the teleporter.
The teleporter. We should mention the teleporter.
The teleporter is very special.
So the teleporter is just this tiny tube that they have set up. So when somebody gets in it, they teleport. That makes sense. But unlike any other thing that uses a teleporter or a transporter, like in Star Trek, it's only one pad. So they have to squeeze in there like it's a sardine can, and when they teleport. And I just kept wanting somebody to come out the other side like a fly.
Just scrambled.
Situation where they're just scrambled all together and glued
and
together.
The tube is obviously built for one person. There are scenes where they all cram into it like a comedy. One of the times the demon runs in and like 2 other characters cram in there with them. And it's hilarious.
Yeah,
because they don't fit.
It's something.
It's a movie.
It's a student film.
It's a student film made by a bunch of...
I wouldn't even call it a student film.
Yeah.
Well, there is a student film thing in it. You probably see this on the back of the box. There's a very special little guy.
Oh, yeah,
here.
the Muppet.
There's at the climax of the movie is when they're going to blow up the house. They get attacked by a demon, which may or may not be the true form of Satan.
The demon had so many different forms that it was just like...
It was just...
so many Party City...
Yeah, it was like a gorilla mask with a face mask
Was
on it, with a hood.
Was that supposed to be a different...
I don't know.
I don't think so, but...
Like his true form, maybe?
Well,
it wasn't
because at the end...
Or maybe it was
priest, the priest gets sucked out into space. With
and they fight floating in space.
Yeah.
Do it!
In front of a green screen. It's great. It's the best kind of fight. But yeah, the climax of the movie is them fighting a stop-motion eyeball poop demon that is stop-motion. It is the best part of the movie.
It's excellent.
More effort went into this one little critter.
I love it.
Than the rest of the film.
The other parts in the movie.
And then they blow him up. And I was so disappointed. Because he's the best part of the movie.
I think we should mention that it's seems like at least more effort was put into this than any other part, but they were just looping an animation of him.
Oh yeah. It makes me wonder. I've not seen any other films these people have made, but I would totally believe that the eyeball monster is something from another film they made and they reused.
It's very possible.
Probably.
That's my guess.
It did seem sort of out of place
because it doesn't fit anything else.
You know, anything
it has
else.
to be something they had from some other film.
Film
Quotations. I'm not giving them full credit here for a movie.
Also, the back of this says that they're a salvage crew.
Yeah, that's what they were. They're a salvage crew that blows up black holes.
How is that salvage?
Which doesn't make sense. Yeah, you don't. Because writing a team that blows up black holes makes way less sense if you write it on the box.
Yeah, because there's really no reason to do that.
Yeah. I also love that you probably can't see this. The captain, maybe the captain, I can't tell. They all look the same. No, that's not the captain because the captain's outfit.
It's the robot outside of the suit.
I think it's sunglasses firing a laser gun, and it looks semi-competent. There's like a laser, but all the guns in this are Nerf guns. They've spray painted red, right?
With a little bit of silver.
But they're all like play school kid playground red.
Yep.
And because I'm noticing this, the costumes are great. And by great, I mean the captain's costume is he is wearing a long sleeve t-shirt with a blue shirt over it to make it look not quite Star Trek-y.
And he's talking into his Casio arm watch or whatever.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. He's the only person with a communicator, and he's talking into a very obvious, like, crystal watch.
Yes.
Just regular quartz
a regular watch, dude.
Or whatever. Or not, it is a digital watch.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Thinking what else we got.
Is there anything else left to say about this gem of a movie?
I'm thinking. I'm trying to scratch my brain here. But yeah, the sound design in this movie is terrible. And by terrible, if you watched a video on the internet, you've heard those sounds. You said they were from Star Trek.
Yeah, there were some sounds that were like, I think they were either the teleport, engaged sound. Or like a tricorder, or not tricorder, a communicator, or tricorder, one of those.
Deep breath.
But it's like a sound ripped off from Star Trek that they just keep replaying over and over for like she's doing a medical scan.
Yes.
They just keep replaying it over and over.
That reminds me of the shot. The established shot of the captain is him getting this weird medical scan with his shirt off, and it's real awkward.
Yeah. And that's where he's like flirting with the doctor.
And I don't even think there's a device. I think they're just running their hand over him.
I think so.
So like in Star Trek, at least they have a price scanner.
Something.
That they run over him.
So, did we talk about how the priest, Father Benna, where the f***
You know his name?
I think that's right, Venna.
Wow.
Did we talk about how he defeats the demon at the very end?
No.
So, apparently holy water did not work in the house, but it does work on the spaceship.
It got charged up over the 1,000 years it sat in that house.
On the carpet, gathering static charge.
Yeah.
I have nothing to say about this movie.
Now, Halstead! Ready the laser cannon!
Do it!
This is how I feel about that film.
Oh man.
Oh God, oh man.
That's how I feel about Amityville in space.
Thank you, Polonia Brothers. We love you.
Is that who made it?
Yeah.
I know what they made.
Yeah, who cares?
I know what they made.
They know what they made.
did.
They probably make a bunch of these. They got us to watch Amityville in space.
Sharks in space.
Oh, I bet they have that film.
They have
They've
something
got
like
sharks
that.
in space. They've got dinosaurs in space.
Piranha tornado.
Piranha tornadoes in space. They've got space in space.
They got water in space.
Yeah, they got water in space so the shark can swim around.
The shape of space.
Yeah, the shape of space. Ace of Base is there.
Ace of Base.
Yeah.
You seem to be
You-
contemplating
you're,
something.
You're right, Bill. You're looking, doing something. Oh, he's going. He's going for it.
Oh, he's
out. He's out. He's that's what the 68 minute. It's not quite an hour.
It's an hour.
It's an hour. That's what an hour of Amityville horror makes you do. Is you just
not Amityville horror. That would
No,
have
you're right. Sorry,
That would've
Amityville in
been-
space. My brain's older erasing it, and I'm defaulting to something better.
Amityville and Ace of Base.
Yes, Amityville and Ace of Base will just make you want to leave your body.
Will make you want to leave your case.
You become a basket case. Oh, he's coming back. Coming back. Oh. Oh no! He's beating me with the chair! Ow! Oh, my bones are broken. My finger doesn't bend that way. Oh, it hurts.
Ow.
Oh.
Hey, Bill, how's it going?
Oh, I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Are you gonna throw a chair at me, Bill?
No, I wouldn't do that. That'd be mean.
You gonna throw a giant fish at me? You're. Ow!